Good morning to all the members of Hindhead Golf Club. Hope you're keeping safe and well and still managing a few swings in the garden. We're entering week 4 now, believe it or not, but we thought we'd try and take your golf swings on a little bit further, give you something else to practice in this lockdown period. So a few days ago we talked about getting the golf club to that half backswing position so the club is set properly and nice and parallel to the target. So let's get started and take you on to the top of the swing. So the other day we discussed how it's important to have a good posture over the golf ball and how by the time we take the club to halfway back, both down the left arm all the way down the golf shaft, everything should be aiming square to your target at this point. So that brings us on to a nice set of parallels that there should be in a golf swing. We start parallel when we get set to the target. We should achieve parallel in the half position. We should also achieve parallel at the top, on the way down and on the exit. Now to achieve all of those, we've just gone past first one, we've got set properly. Now we've got to set the shaft and take ourselves to the top. So how do we do it? I've set a cane in the ground here at the same angle roughly as my 7-iron. So this should help us understand the angles at which that club's going to come back to. So after we set the club in the position we discussed the other day, we need to set the angle of the shaft. So as we set that up, you'll notice it's nice and parallel with the original line, and it's actually pointing down. If I had a laser or a light beam coming down from here, it's pointing down to my original ball to target line. What I'm going to do is just to show you how to get practicing into that position. If you've got a cane, I'm going to attach one here, and I'm going to just gently attach it up the end of my grip and practice setting the club so that when it's pointing down, it's pointing into the right position. Now this is where a lot of you tend to get, if you've gone inside already, the golf swing gets a little flat, and that gives you no alternative but to try and come over the top to steepen. Some of you don't use your bodies particularly well, take the club and everything gets a little steep at this point. So you can see now that we're not going to hit the ball from this position, so we need to manipulate to get things going. So that's how we take the club up to 3/4. Get yourself nice and parallel to start with, set the shaft, make it go through your shoulder blade and point down to the ball to target line. So try to practice, once you've got the golf club set properly in the correct position, try and practice taking the club backwards and forwards into that spot. You'll see great players like Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, Tiger Woods, all doing lots and lots of rehearsal golf swings before they go into the real shot. All to try and remind them of what they're working on or the position they're trying to achieve, so that when they go into the golf shot, they can just trust what they do. So now let's take you on from 3/4 to the top of the swing. This is the simplest part of the golf swing realistically. If we've done the correct work, we've got the club nice and parallel, we've set the shaft properly at this position, realistically from now, if you imagine screwing everything back into a solid position, all you have to do is turn the shoulders, coil the club to the top. The shaft should be roughly on top of your right shoulder, and of course hitting that next parallel position, parallel to my target, so that when I bring it down, I can achieve the same sort of idea on the way down, into impact, and then exit. We'll talk about your follow through tomorrow or a few days from now. Keep well, keep in touch. I hope all these tips are helping you at home in this difficult period for all of us. Please remember that these tips are based, they're general tips around the golf swing and how it should go. They might not be suitable for you. I can't see from here if your golf swing is an inside or an outside or a steep or a shallow. Obviously for more help like that, we'd love to help you when things get back to normal. Stay safe everybody, and I look forward to seeing you in the pro shop very soon.